The fighting in the Middle East has resumed with multiple attacks on U.S. bases and allies in the region and a threat of retaliation by President Trump. Trey Yingst has the latest.
The pause in fighting is now over. After 4 relatively quiet days, Iran launched a surprise attack on U.S. forces in the Middle East. CENTCOM says all the incoming missiles were intercepted. And President Trump tells Fox News Iran is, quote, going to get a beating.
We want those negotiations to go on, but if Iran is not going to honor our opportunity to bring peace and stability to the region, the United States will take action.
The attack came as Iran rejected the latest ceasefire proposal from Oman, which called for joint control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran claims it didn't address their national security concerns.
We need to have sufficient oversight until we can be confident that lasting peace has been established.
But that's a non-starter for the U.S. And on Wednesday, Iran says it attacked 3 tankers trying to pass through the strait, raising questions about whether the diplomatic process is working.
We'll have negotiations. You stop firing on us. They may say that. But that doesn't mean they're not going to intimidate and coerce and control the straits.
Meanwhile, President Trump is reportedly close to widening the war, hoping to bring the Iranians back to the bargaining table.
We're going to have to ratchet up to get out of this strategic cul-de-sac. I think the United States is going to have to launch escalatory strikes.
The U.S. and Saudi Arabia also struck Iran-backed Iraqi militias that have targeted U.S. forces and Saudi Arabia. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox 13 News.
And keeping an eye on rising gas prices this morning as the war drags on. The national average $4.09 a gallon. That is up 3 cents from this time last week. Here in our state, drivers paying $5.12 for an average gallon of gas. That's up 7 cents from last week.